Now we come to an very important or rather interesting part called organ transplants. Now in organ transplants, again, this is just like medical negligence. Answer one is consent. Now without consent of the person, organ transplantation is not legal, because otherwise people will just start killing someone, and maybe a poor people. You might have seen in movies also. Whether this really happens or no, I have not come across any case. But yes, consent is very important, because without consent, if it is allowed, then people will just kill someone else, whoever is like compatible. You can't just have anybody's organs and take his organ and perform surgeries. And if you have heard about anything called as organ trading, which is another big organized crime across the borders. So consent of the person is very vital. Of course, this happens to be an important point, and you have to elaborate on the basis of the person who is giving the consent should have capability, should have been known to the procedure. He should know what will happen when. You can't just sign the paper and okay, I'm donating my organs. That doesn't happen. You should be aware of what is going to happen when, etc., etc. And secondly, the person who is giving consent should be capable. We just saw that anybody who's insane or is facing certain mental problem or is a minor is not capable of giving consent, right? So here, those are exceptions. Next one is property rights. Now, in property rights, the biggest debate is whether body of the person or organs of the person are property of that person. So this is one point you should elaborate, that property rights of the person should be kept intact. Now, whether it's a property or no is a debate, is what you're supposed to write. But organs of a person are of the person. Nobody else can claim or put a claim on his property, right? On his organs. So property rights is an important point. Next one is liability, where again, you're supposed to write about medical negligence, medical malpractices, as I spoke about organ trading, or wrongful death related to organ transplantation procedures. Now, the procedure which is being followed during the transplantation has to be safe, has to be proper, and the proper instrumentation should be used, etc., etc. So this is a liability on part of the doctors or the hospital to give the person right treatment and due care. This is one of the important points we should mention in organ transplant. Next is regulation, which ensures ethical practices. Of course, ethics is again an important point here. Ensure patient safety and equitable access to organs. It's not just that the rich should get the expensive and the good organs. The poor ones will not get. So it talks about an access to organs which should be equitable, is an equal kind of a thing. Now, last one is financial considerations. Of course, this is not going to be that cheap or inexpensive. It is going to cost the person. So there are certain legal frameworks which may address issues like insurance coverage, reimbursement, financial assistance for donors and recipients both. So financial considerations is one of your last points wherein you talk about organ transplantation. This could be a short answer. It's not that a big question.